Okay, so that's the topology. First we will start with the basic initialization. We will allow something from outside, and that will be too specific. We will not allow generalized like yesterday what we allowed ICMP any or maybe TCP any or something else. But today we will look in a more specific way. So let's assign the IP addressing on all the routers R5, R6, R7. Okay, the next last dot will be dot 5, dot 6 and dot 7. And you do this practical on the rack as only. Okay, so you'll come to know that. Now you should practice at least some interface FA0/0. IP addressing is 10.1.1.5, right? R6 interface FA0/0. IP addressing is 20.1.1.6. R7 interface FA0/0. IP addressing is 30.1.1.7. Now configure the ASA. Interface A0, no shutdown, name if outside, IP addressing 20.1.1.10. Ping directly connected. You should first check directly connected. Okay, then only you go ahead and configure anything else. Interface E1, IP address 10.1.1.10, no shutdown, name if inside. There is no order of, like, you don't have to follow the strict order that you first execute name if and then IP address and then no shutdown. You can execute it in any order as long as you are configuring all four elements. IP address 30.1.1.10, name if DMZ. Now ping all three directly connected. You should be having the reachability to the directly connected networks. 20.1.1.6, 10.1.1.5 and 30.1.1.7. Right? Now without any additional configuration, R5 to R7 or R5 to R6 traffic should be flowing without any restrictions, and the return traffic of this one can come back. In other way, if R5 is initializing a traffic and which is passing through the ASA, he should be able to send the traffic to the outside or any interface which is having the lower security level than the R5's interface. Okay, so let's configure Telnet on R6 and R7 and we will verify it. Config T, line VTY04, password Cisco, enable password Cisco. Configure same thing on R7 as well. Line VTY04, password Cisco, enable password Cisco. Okay, let's do the telnet 20.1.1.6. Will I be able to do the telnet or not? Are you able to put this diagram in your mind? See, whenever you are doing any practical, once you are at CLI, this diagram should be back in your mind. You don't have to look always. Otherwise, if you are not good at it, draw down this diagram in front of draw down this diagram in a piece of paper, and then keep this paper in front of you always. Because otherwise, it will not make any sense. Even though if you are good with any concept, if you are not good with the topology, it does not make any sense. So R5 is inside network. I am trying to go to the outside and telnet with telnet access 20.1.1.6. Will I be able to reach or not? Yes or not? How many of you are saying yes? All are wrong. The reason is, see, no. What you are missing? What you are missing? What you are missing? Exactly right. Routing comes first, then everything comes. That's why everyone is saying that CCNP is required or CCNA is required. Because this is like in exam, it will be configured, no doubt. But suppose if there is a, let's say, rogue routes or maybe route is missing, if you don't have the packet flow, you'll never be able to solve out. So how to define route over here? In router, IP route 20.1.1.0 10. Okay, now if I do, then I need to give the routes to the R6 as well. IP route 10.1.1.0. Okay, done. Now, right, let's say Cisco. Now let's go to ASA. This is ASA, right? How to see the number of open connection which is passing through the ASA? Two commands. So con all and another command, same command can give you in detail thing. Exactly right. So local in detail thing. It will show you all these things. How many embryonic connection? What is the meaning of embryonic connection? So don't get confused or worried about that. What is that big word? It's nothing. Half open TCP half open connection is nothing but the embryonic connection. See, it will show you that what are the embryonic connection and all. But if you are looking for just the connection, number of connection open through the ASA, you can execute the command show connection all or just show connection all means it will show all. This one is, or if you want to see in detail, so by looking at this switches flex, you'll come to know that which is okay. Now let's go to outside network. This is outside network, right? R6. If I do telnet 10.1.1.5, will I be able to do telnet? No. Okay. But how will you ensure that my traffic is denied by ASA? If you are, let's say you are at ASA, I am at ASA, I want to see that what traffic is been denied by me, by ASA. Trace route. What does trace route do? I am saying I want to see my ASA. I want to see the traffic denied by my ASA. Debug. Yeah, so for that you have to enable debug. No. Simple. Yesterday I showed, I think. Logging enable logging console 7, and it will show you each and everything. Now see, read this line. Pix 5. Okay, what is this one? What is this person says? It's a device. Okay, what does this digit indicates? What does this digit indicate? This is the level of message. What are the 8 type of logging message you have in router and AS? 0 to 8. 0 to 7 means total 8 type. What are those?
Event critical information.
First one is emergency. 0 means emergency. Okay, you start from the down. Because from the top you will not get those messages. 7 is debugging. 6 is informational. 5 is notification. So this is what kind of message it is. So how to check? Logging console. See, 0 to 7.
7 is what?
No, 7 is debugging. And those things you can see, I think, in router much intuitive way. See, yes, check. Let me squeeze a little bit. Actually, severity is written over here. फॉन्ट थोड़ा छोटा करना पड़ेगा. Okay, now check. See, 7 debugging, right? 6 informational, 5 notification, 4 warnings, 3 errors, 2 critical, 1 alerts, 0 emergency. Where is 0? Yeah. And that you have to remember again. One guy got the question, 5 was listed, 2 were missing, and they said fill up the complete thing. If you don't remember with the sequence, not Hari, one guy, another guy was getting this one. The log message was there, that you have to, the question was being asked like this one, what type of log it is, what kind of message it is. Yes. Okay, that's so good. So we have enabled logging console 7, right? What we have enabled, we said that if any debug from 0 to any debug, any message, if anything is being happened on ASA, or if you are generating a log, I want to see those logs on my console. The other way is to back up those logs to the syslog server, right? We saw how to configure syslog server in router. In ASA there is no major difference. Logging console, and what type of message you want to see on the up to which level. Let's say if you type 0, only emergency messages, if it at all, if it is generated, then only it will be shown onto the console. But we want to see all the messages. That's why I said 7 means all. Yes. Yes. Now let's see. Go to outside. This is outside, right? Okay. Telnet again. 5, right? See. Inbound TCP connection denied. from 10.1.1.5 flag seen from interface outside. So connection all. UIO, right? UIO, see here. So connection all detail, and by looking at these switches you will come to know that whether it's initiated from inside or outside. If it is a half open connection, you can check with the command show localhost. So those commands are like, they will not ask in the exam that which command is being used for this one, but rather they will show you the output and you have to interpret it. If at all you are getting that kind of a question, you have to interpret it. So let's check again. When you telnet, what message you are getting? Inbound TCP connection denied, right? So that time you will come to know that something is been denied from my outside network, and you will get clearly, this one is, see, on interface outside. There is nothing that you have to assume. By reading this log message only you will come to know that thing. So how to permit it? How to permit only this one, telnet? I want R6 to telnet to R5. How do I make it possible? Okay, access list, inbound. Always you try to go with the name thing. Permit. I don't want to give generalized access list. I want to be very specific. TCP, permit TCP host 20.1.1.6 host 10.1.1.5 equal to telnet or 23. ASA, this is because of the ASA algorithm, adaptive security algorithm, you are getting that word telnet. Otherwise it's a 23 only. And once you are done with the troubleshooting, execute this command. Otherwise those log messages in exam, I will rather recommend you that you do not enable this thing. But if you stuck up somewhere, enable it and see it. Otherwise this logging message will be, like scrolling up, it will fill up all your screen. This many log messages will be there. Okay, let's check it again from R6.
You need to assign access list.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay, how to apply it to the interface? Applying access group, inbound. What is the syntax of applying the access group on a router, in a ASA? IP access group name or number and then direction. In the similar way, in ASA, access group name, direction first and then interface. That is the difference. So inbound, interface, outside. Done? Check it. Right? Now see. Now here again you execute the command show connection all. Last time it was UIOB, right? So connection all detail. What is B stand for? The question, if the question is the connection, the below output shows this connection, number of connection open, and they will highlight something and they will say that from where the connection has been initiated. You will not see this thing. You will not get this particular thing over there. You will get only one line, this line. Okay, so whatever the important switches are there, I mean those are the switches or flags. rather flags. Those are the flags. What are the known flags that you have to remember, that you have to always remember? Let's say if in routing protocol, if you see D, definitely you will come to know that it's a EIGRP. O, definitely you will come to know that it's OSPF. E2, what is E2 and E1?
This is the OSPF type.
External and
External and
complete external.
by default.
So those things you have to remember in ASA. Okay, now this is my R7. R7 is where? DMZ. Can I do telnet from R5 to R7?
R5 to R7, yes.
Yes, okay, let's check
We
it.
need to define the route. Because R7.
Exactly right, exactly right. So IP route. Do you have route to reach 30 network? No. Ten dot one dot one dot 10, right? In the similar way, R7. IP route 10.1.1.0. Let's define the route for 20 network as well. So routing issue, I know that now all of you guys are good at it. Okay, so from R5, can I do telnet to 30.1.1.7? Right? R5 is inside, R7 is this one. Now from R7, can I telnet back to R5 or R6? R5, I know that you will say that it is inside, that's why it's not. Let's talk about R7 to R6. The reason is same security level. So if I were to permit this traffic, by default same security level interface do not participate into the traffic flow. Denied. If I want to permit that traffic, then which command? Same security traffic. Intra interface or inter interface? Inter interface. Inter interface. Anything on a ASA, anything when ASA is encountering the word inside, whether it's a capital, small or anything, it will by default assign the security level as 100. Rest of the things are by default 0. If you want to override, you can override it. Even inside also you can override it. But this is the 2 by default thing. So now from R7 to R6 you can do the telnet. Why? Yeah, we have given. See. Debug. Debug telnet, right? Let's see. Let's say debug IP packets. Any packet which is reaching at R6, I want to see. Your packets are reaching or not? So that's why when you prefer GNS for your practicing or RAC in your practicing, make sure that you screw up to the concept. Do not go very fast. Once your basics are so solid, the rest of the topics will be covered in 1 week only, because that language will be understood by you just like that. If I want to say let's say if I want to say, if traffic is coming from 20.1 not 20 30.1.1.7, and coming to me for telnet access, that particular traffic only I want to debug. I don't want to debug anything else. How do I debug? IP packet, debug IP packet means it will debug every single IP packet this router is processing. Let's say this router is also participating in BGP and any other routing protocol, or maybe some VPN and everything. And this will fill up your routers this console screen. Plus there is a high possibility that your router may stuck. I just want to debug traffic coming from 30.1.1.7 coming to my interface 20.1.1.6 for telnet access. If this traffic is encountered or I found, I want to debug it. How? Debug, okay. Question mark. Okay, debug then IP. Okay, let's say IP. Okay, let's say TCP. No TCP is there. Packet. Yes. See, here is the hint on your screen. Create the access list. Create the access list. In that access list, you define that permit this thing for telnet. This is the source and this is the destination. How? Access list. Access list 101 permit TCP host 30.1.1.7 host 20.1.1.6 equal to telnet. Debug IP packet 101. We don't have to apply it. That is called the another usage of access list. No, we are not using it for the traffic filtering. This access list we are not using for the traffic filtering. What are the usage of access list? This one is classifying the traffic. There are many ways. Let's say we have pens, right? Pen and pencil. What is the usage of it? Does it restricted to only write onto the white paper only? We can write it anywhere, right? We can use this pen as long as we are fulfilling for the traffic classification or filtering. If you want to use access list for the traffic filtering, then you have to apply it onto the interface. But access list in VPN, are we filtering the traffic in VPN? For what purpose we are using? Classification, right? In the similar way, we are classifying the traffic for debugging purpose. That's it. So that's how you can be more specific for debugging as well. Undebug all. Alright. Yeah. My traffic is coming from R7 to R6, but I am unable to do the telnet thing. Why? Still again, our main question has not been solved. Who is okay, R6. So IP route, no route for 3, right? IP route 30.1.1.0 20.1.1.10, right? Right? Now see, let's discuss about this topology. These two interface, DMZ and outside, both are having the same security level. Once you have same security level interface, the inbound access list is bypassed. Bypass means inbound access list will not be checked. That you just now we have validated this thing. See, so run access list. We have only one access list which is permitting 20.1.1.6 and going to 10.1.1.5. Right? It will not allow any other traffic coming from this network and going to any other network. The exemption is same security level. If same security level permit inter-interface or intra-interface, that command you have executed, inbound access list on both the interface, same security level interfaces, inbound access list will be bypassed.
So which may not be related to those hosts on those interfaces.
Hmm?
So which may not be related to those hosts on those interfaces. On the networks that are related to
No. You did not get
actually
my explanation.
access list on interface and access list for networks on the interface.
See, this access list I have applied on the outside interface, right? This is I have applied on the outside interface, means E0/0 inbound direction, right? That's what it is saying. So apart from this network, apart from this traffic, everything is implicit deny, right? Same security level is an exemption. Means when you permit the same security level inter-interface, it will bypass this access list check. Okay. Otherwise, let's say, let me pause and explain this thing. Same security level permit inter-interface or intra-interface says yes. Inbound access list, when you permit same security level inter-interface communication or intra-interface communication, inbound ACL on both the interface will be bypassed. Rest of the thing, for rest of the traffic, that ACL is into the operation as well. Okay. Now let's configure the telnet thing. So now access list applying and same security and all stuff. If something is denied by your ASA, how to figure it out, that you know, right? When you execute this command, logging console 7, it says that I want to see each and every logging messages onto the screen. If you want to send those messages to the syslog server, how to configure it? Logging host. Where is your syslog server? Let's say it's in inside. What is the IP address that we have configured in router, right? Same only, nothing big. So this practical I don't have to show you, that you can do it by yourself only. Even if you don't want to, if you are worried about this one, if you are not comfortable with this thing, then you do this practice, syslog server, and then you send those packets to the send those messages to the syslog and check it. If you are comfortable with router only, then it's okay.
On the router one day.
Yeah, we did this in our class as well. We did this, right? Over here only. Okay, now configure the telnetting thing. One more thing, from ASA you cannot telnet to any device. What?
Telnet cannot run the command.
What I said is,
Telnet cannot access any device.
we cannot do telnet from ASA to anywhere, right? Means I cannot type like this one. So make a note of this one. You cannot do telnet to any device, or you cannot do SSH to any device from ASA. But you can do telnet or SSH or HTTPS to the ASA. Right? So let's configure the telnet restrictions or telnet access to the ASA. To the ASA, not from the ASA. From the ASA there is no possibility. Alright. So there is no concept called virtual lines in ASA. No line VTY or no line AUX or anything. So how to allow the telnet to the ASA? By using the command telnet question mark, you will say that which host you want to permit, who is coming to your device. Let's say 10.1.1.5, the mask is this one, and he is coming from inside. Let me disable this one. So what I executed is telnet 10.1.1.5 coming from inside. That's what I permitted. For telnet to be done onto the ASA, the restriction of the telnet is the lowest security level interface From that interface, ASA cannot accept the telnet communication. Telnet requests cannot be accepted by ASA on the from the lowest security level interface. Means telnet 20.1.1.6 255 outside. 20.1.1.6 will not be able to do the telnet. But recording is there. It's there. Alright, so let's check it from R6. Right? Telnet 20.1.1.10. Right? This is outside. If you enable, let's say, logging console 7. TCP request discarded. Discarding and denying, two different meanings of it.
Denying means it will be passed, but access list cannot be done. For discarding, it will be dropped.
Discarded means it's my internal nature. I cannot accept that thing at all. That's my nature. Denying means you have configured something is configured on my particular interface or in myself that is denying this traffic. But if you go to R5 and Telnet,
Giving the message non-IPsec traffic on the ASS.
where?
Non-IPsec traffic.
Where?
Pix 4402117 Pix.
IPsec is a non-IPsec packet. Fourth line. Come over.
Yes. I'll explain this thing.
Well, IPsec will be.
No. It's not this one. I'll explain in a moment only, in 1 minute only. See, but R5, it got the access. From R5, let's say, see. I did not configure enable password or any password. See, what I am showing is, this is login password, right? What password should I enter over here? Did we configure anything on ASA? No, right? I did not configure any single thing apart from any single thing which is not known to you. It was plain new ASA. Default password is Cisco. Okay. What is the default user I am in ASA?
Enable.
See.
Enable underscore 50.
Let's see.
User enable.
In router,
NF15.
in F1 to in F15, in F1 and in F15. Okay. Now let's log out this one. If you can't do the telnet from outside or the lowest security level, then what is the other option? SSH. What is SSH? SSH is doing the encryption, right? Encryption is nothing but the IPsec. That's why you get the message. It is expecting the encrypted packet from the lowest security level interface that did not receive. Though you are asking the same kind of access, remote login only you are asking, but you are not coming with the proper way. That's why you got this message IPsec. Okay. Now, one more thing that I would like to show.
So do SSH.
Huh? Yeah, that you have to do. SSH you have to do. Write down, because it will take some mind of yours, some brain of yours that you have to. Then let's give this DMZ interface a security level. Let's change some security level to it, or you want to keep it just like that only? Yeah, DMZ, like we have both the security level 0 only, right? DMZ and outside. It's okay, we don't need anything, any practical in this one. But in example, let's say if this interface E0, E2 is having the security level 50, then any traffic from inside to DMZ and inside to outside is permitted. Any traffic from DMZ to outside is permitted. Nothing is been permitted from outside to inside.
Inside and
Right, let's say just now we have opened this thing, right? Now let's do the telnet from outside to DMZ. Previously it was succeed, right? Telnet 30.1.1.7. Now it is been denied by whom? In ASA, what thing is being denying this one? Will you be getting the discarded message or will you be getting deny message? It will clearly say that. See here. It will clearly say this traffic is being denied by the access list. See, access group. Got it? So you should be good at interpreting this logging message as well. So troubleshooting will be really easy for you, no matter what kind of bug they have put into the troubleshooting. But you will be really, doesn't matter how much time it will take. When you do the troubleshooting, your goal should be you should be getting things work. The right approach will save your time. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Now let's configure some routing protocol into it. Anything you want to clarify till now in this one? Anything which you are not understanding or anything? From lower security level to the higher security level, explicit permit is needed if the traffic is initiated from the lower security level. If it was from inside, if it was from the higher security level and going to the lower security level, and that traffic is a return traffic, means it is the traffic is the response of the originator. If it is inspected, then only it is allowed. There are many things. By default all the TCP, UDP and many application specific as well. If you see the global policy, you will come to know that what are these things, or so on all, you will come to know that. But ICMP is not by default inspected. So if R5 is initiating the traffic to go to the to ping R6, your traffic will reach up to over here. This guy will also send the reply back, but he will deny it. There are two ways to fix it. One is inspect the ICMP, so only R5 can ping the R6, or put the access list on inbound on this interface. Inbound on outside. But if you put the access list inbound on outside, what will happen? R6 can also do the pinging. In previous case, only R5 should get the pinging. Once you inspect it, only reply is allowed. No echo will be permitted. But once you put the access list, but yeah, if your access list is like, permitting only echo reply, that you can do this thing. There are many ways to achieve some task, but you have to choose which is the best or easy. So let's configure routing protocol. We will configure 3 routing protocol in ASA, and these 3 plus ODR, on demand routing, only 4 routing protocols are supported by ASA, nothing else. There are some restrictions like EIGRP process cannot be. Okay, how many EIGRP process you can configure on ASA? How many OSPF process you can configure on ASA?
One SSH photo,
Hmm?
two SPF maximum,
Two
OSPF.
two OSPF process. OS router OSPF 1, router OSPF 2, router OSPF 3. What it says? If you are reading somewhere in the book, it says that only two OSPF processes can be configured on a ASA. You should test it. I did not even configure any network or anything, right? Just create those processes and it will give you the error if it is not supported. By in ASA, only two OSPF process can be configured, only one EIGRP can be configured, and only one RIP. There is no such thing like different this thing. Let's say router EIGRP 10, right? Exit router EIGRP 20. Error, unable to create router process. So ASA is like very simple thing. It is not designed to serve as a router kind of a device. So let's remove all this OSPF 2, OSPF 1 and EIGRP. So make a note in your notebook that only one EIGRP process can be configured on router on ASA, and two OSPF processes on ASA, not more than that. Okay. So let's configure EIGRP, OSPF and RIP, all three on ASA with authentication as well. Okay. Yes, we will make loopbacks over there. We can't make over here, no? We will make loopbacks on R5, R6, R7. So router RIP, no auto summary, network 10.1.1.0. So I have enabled RIP process. Okay. Now let's configure OSPF. Network 20.1.1.0. I have advertised 20.1.1.0 network in OSPF. So I have enabled OSPF on outside interface. Now configure EIGRP. No auto summary. Network 30.1.1.0. I have enabled EIGRP on DMZ network. 3 interface, 3 different routing protocol. Okay. Write this configuration. Go to routers and enable it. Let's go to R5. Config T. Interface loopback 1. I am creating one loopback address so I can see the routing updates on ASA. IP address 5.5.5.5. Router RIP. No auto summary. Network 10.1.1.0. Network 5.5.5.5. Go to ASA. So route. See. Guys, you need break? Okay. So we'll continue from the routing protocol section. We'll stop this recording here. It's already 50 minutes.